they done did it again. They made a ping pong movie sound interesting. A24 is this amazing studios that does this thing. They decide to finance new actors, new ideas for movies, and it's what we need. Diversity, something different, original stories. Fuck the superhero movies. I guess people are not doing so many superhero movies anymore. People are like, more tired of it. But that's what we need. Original stories. Give me a real story. Give me something interesting. And that's what this movie is. It captures you from start to finish. It's entertaining. It's good. It's ping pong. It's just ping pong. But it's interesting. And let me tell you, this movie, as I said, it's a real story. It's more like loosely based on a real person. This ping pong champion from the 50s, Marty Mauser. Marty, he has a funny name thinking of it. I mean, Marty, Rick and Morty? No, it's Mauser. Mauser reminds me of rat, rodent. Rat remind me of friends. Friends and red face. Who is French and Timothy Chalamet? Day by day, he lives a normal life. But once every year, the Ping Pong World Championship comes in, and then he has a chance to show his talents and earn some money. Fame is something that he does have, but money, not so much. And that's why when he isn't scamming old ladies or flirting with married women, he is selling shoes. That's his job. One of these married women is Rachel, and she appears a lot in the movie. It's like the love interest or something. And by the start of the movie, she lies in his shoe store that she came there to buy a shoe, this and that. It's just an excuse to go to the back of the shoe store and fuck. So yeah, these two liars, it's very interesting. They're a good pair in the movie. It's interesting to see how the creme brulee's character is like this complex guy, but like arrogant, full of himself. He's like the amalgamation. He's like the amalgamation of the Dustin Hoffman's Midnight Cowboy character and the Itonia character played by Margot Robbie, like fused together. If you know these two characters, you know what I'm talking about. If you want like a if you don't know what I'm talking about and you need a representation, he's basically like the most annoying guy ever. He's like, I'm New Yorker, I'm so cool, I'm so nice. All this bullshit that this guy tries to show that like, wow, New Yorkers are so cool, man. It doesn't follow any rules. It's the newest Hollywood star. It's basically this. He is a cool character, but it's too much in the start of the movie. But it's interesting to see because the character slowly starts to change across the movie. And you know what's funny? The Crunchwrap Supreme doesn't get paid on his shoe shop work. And for one reason or another bullshit reason, he doesn't get paid. And you know what's coming up? The World Championship for ping pong. And he still didn't buy his ticket. He needs the money to get a ticket. A plane ticket, I mean, like he has to fly in a week. So what does he do? The most logical thing ever. He grabs a gun, goes to his own store and robs his own workplace. In the most funny way possible, like he's pointing the gun at his colleague. And you know, they have like that accent, they're so cool all the time. He's young, he's cocky, he's this, he's bro. He's like, hey man, give me my money. I'm pointing the gun at you for God's sake. And the guy's like, man, I don't care because I'm cooler than you. You have only blanks. You're never you ain't gonna pull the trigger. Like, man, please just give me my money. And his colleague eventually, it's funny, it's a funny scene. He's like, man, give me my money, I'm robbing you. And the guy's like, man, I'm not gonna give you the money. You know, they're so cool. That's totally how someone would react to something like this. And he eventually gets the money from his colleague in the most relaxed robbery that I have ever seen. Marty Rickmouse then travels to London to his championship, and there he meets some big sharks and some big celebrities, like rich people that goes to watch these kinds of sports. He treats a lot of these guys like trash because he's so cocky, he's so sure of himself. But that's something that comes around to bite him later in the movie. He actually meets the shark. Like, it's so surprising. The first time I was watching the movie, I was like, I know this guy from somewhere. And it's actually the guy from Shark Tank. You know, that guy that passed the deal to invest in the Scrub Daddy sponges? It's, wow, I don't know, interesting. I didn't know this guy was an actor. And he's a good one. The wife of Mr. Wonderful is played by none other than Gwyneth Paltrow. And let me tell you, the only Paltrow that I like is the Paw Patrol. Have you ever watched the John Trump video on her? But I gotta admit, she's the sexy MILF of this movie and she's a great actress. So, but you know what? I still hate all these actors, actresses that they know that they're pretty, but they think that they can do whatever they want with these weird codes like Ezra Miller, Jared Leto, and his little island, and Gwyneth Paltrow. Man, it's all kind of weird. So yeah, big surprise. Gwyneth Paltrow and Marty McMouse end up fucking, and it's actually such a good scene, a cool scene in the movie. But you know what else is a cool scene? The scene that comes after this one. Mouse Guy ends up defeating this really big opponent, and they decide to have a dinner together after. And there is something really interesting that happens because it's not me saying, right? It's the movie. They make a big deal about making this very visible to everyone in the movie. So this guy that he just defeated, he's Jewish. He even, like, it's his story set in the 1950s, you know. So he even has like this tattoo in his wrists, like the identification tattoo. It's very interesting. And what Marty McFly does is he's flirting with Gwyneth Paltrow, is like the, you know, and his husband is also talking to him. He's doing everything at the same time. And it's really interesting what happens. He tells this guy, like the Jewish guy, he's also Jewish, but he tells the guy, like, yo, tell them that story that you told me. It's gonna be really interesting. And the guy, nah, okay, I'm gonna tell. And like, I think, no, I would read it here, but I would just tell with my own words. The guy said that he was like in this camp being tortured and everything in the 1940s in Poland. And then he tells that he would go like far away from the camp every day, scolded by guards, this and that, so he could collect wood or something like this. And one day, like deep in the forest, he found a beehive, and he had a cigarette with him somehow, and he smoked all the bees away, got the honey, smeared all on his chest and everything, put his clothes back together. And then when he came back to the camp, all of his colleagues, cellmates, well, let's say, they lick his whole body for nourishment and they lick all the honey out of him. And it's a very shocking scene that has nothing to do with table tennis. After this scene, the movie just goes on to the next scene and never talks about this again. They they just did this for the shock purpose, and it's such a vivid scene. It's very interesting. The question is why?
Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
There is no why. It's just for shock. It's just for shocking. Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. Marty McFly then goes to the finals of the World Championship. It's his final opponent, and it's this guy, this Japanese guy named Endo. And he uses a different ping pong pad, and everything is very interesting. Marty almost wins, but then his opponent says, "This is the Endo, my friendo," and he tastes for the first time how it is to lose. We are like not even 1 hour in this 2 hour and a half movie, more than 2 hour movie, and he already lost. And there is a long time to the next championship. And the way the movie progresses here is like feeling a lot of stuff in this time between one championship and another. And it changes drastically. It's like another act, you know. But while changing, it still keeps it fresh and interesting. Marty goes back to his normal life. He doesn't have any money anymore. He doesn't want a normal job. He just wants to play tennis. But the world doesn't give as much importance to this as he does. Remember the girl from the beginning of the movie? Morty discovers that he impregnated her, and instead of taking the responsibility of being a father, he just decides to go with the flow, you know. That's how cool he is. Alrighty, we just had some problem with the sound. It is now the next day, but let's get to it. You know what? Fuck this, I'm not saying anything. And now the movie has this gap before this year and the next that he has to wait. Of course, he's gonna be training. They could have done a training montage to see how the time passes, but that's not what they do. They turn the movie into a sort of Eric Andre skit to see the most absurd things that he can possibly put in this one movie. As we saw before, the movie is not scared to shock the audience. Creme Brulee then reunites with his childhood friend, and it's the best thing ever because his childhood friend is Tyler the Creator. They go to a hotel, and in this one scene, Creme Brulee is taking a shower, which is kind of rare for a French person. Oh, Spider-Man killed himself. He did not. Okay, he's French also. He didn't like to hear that. So yeah, he's taking a bath, and it's the most unbelievable thing. Like, the bathtub just falls to the downstairs floor, and it falls on top of this guy, this old man, who was giving a bath to his dog in the bathtub also. And they almost killed the animal, like this much to make me dislike the movie. But the animal's fine. The old man, I don't know, he breaks his arms, I don't care. Yeah. And you know what happens? The owner of the dog ends up, while the medics are coming in, he gives up some money to Creme Brulee so he can take his dog to the vet, which it's the most terrible decision ever because the guy's a scammer. You just got scammed. He could have taken the dog. I mean, man, but he somehow lost the dog in the middle of the road. He and his friend, Tyler the Creator. It's unfortunate. They should have taken more care of this dog, you know. I know it's a dog, but dogs are, you know, Marley and Me, Hachiko, this kind of stuff. So yeah, but it goes to show how insensible, how selfish the guy is. But allow me to go on a tangent here and like get out of the movie for a second and talk about a childhood story. When I'm more like teenager. When I was like 13, 14 years old, you know, it's cool. I guess people don't do that anymore, but you know when they bring in the TV with that big roller thing, or they just turn on the projector and it takes a fucking hour just to set up the projector, and then you start to watch the movie, only get to the half of it, and you gotta come to the next class, but it's the next day, so you watch one half, and then the other day you have to watch the other half. And at school, I watched some amazing movies. Let me tell you, like The Mask, Dumbo, Alvin and the Chipmunks, even The Walking Dead once, but it was on an English class, but still, that was pretty cool. But I guess sometimes it's something that the professor or teacher wants also to watch, you know? Whoa, what an incredible time. Good Will Hunting, Troy for a history class, Forrest Gump. I don't know why would we watch Forrest Gump, so more like a free class. But it was amazing, you know? And I remember this one time, for some reason, I guess we were learning. Well, it doesn't matter. We were watching Django, but it's Django Unchained with the silent D, you know? And if you watch Django, you know that on the start of the movie, there's this. It's not funny, but there is this scene. These guys, for some reason, they shoot up a horse. And it's really interesting, right? Because at this scene, when I used to go to school, there were a lot of interesting people at my class, but there were these two or three guys. You can call them like rednecks or something, but they were from the countryside. It would take them, I don't know, 2 hours, 1 hour to get to the school. We would joke that they would come like in horses to school, but it wasn't actually so far from the truth because these guys, they would love horses so much. They come with cowboy hats, cowboy boots, everything. And when this happened on the movie, like they killed the horses, these guys were so serious, man. I never seen these guys so serious. They were like, man, they killed the horse. I can't believe this is shit movie, this, that. These guys were sad, you know? And it was really funny. They made like this face. But I feel that. It's kind of how I feel when they need to kill, they just kill an animal in a movie like needlessly. But that's not what happened here. The dog is fine. He's gonna appear again sooner or later. I guess I got a little bit off track here, but anyway, let's get back to the movie. You know, there is this scene. It's so random. I had to stop the movie and look for it. Morty is just like training for the tournament, this, that. They're doing a little montage. And he meets with this guy. The guy with the golden voice, you know, he's in this movie. Why? It's the most random cameo. It's interesting, I guess. Ted Williams. It's so surprising. I don't know. If you know all YouTube, you know who I'm talking about. This video was viral back then. It's an interesting cameo, but it takes so much attention away from the film. I'm like, why is this a thing? It's fine. I mean, good for him. I want to see him in more movies, but it just gets me wondering, like, who's next? Susan Boyle is gonna appear in the movie. But she's not the one that appears in the movie. Instead, we get Rachel, and her husband is a dick. He attacked her. So Mouse Guy does the most sane thing that he did this whole movie. He goes to this guy's house, punches him, and he goes to live with Rachel. So they're living together now. So yeah, Mouse Guy's money is draining fast and he needs to go to Japan. And the next championship is like next week in the movie. So yeah, the guy's moneyless, desperate. It's in 1 week. He has no choice. Well, his sugar mommy lives also in New York City because she's also so cool. So what does he do? He goes there and tries to rob a necklace from her, but it doesn't work out. He tries to ask her for money. It does not work out. So, one of the only things that he can do is ask money to the shark guy, you know. and he does not take no for an answer. It's so funny, like how he does this thing, you know, like young ingenuity. He really wants, if you know, I can understand it. Like you have the dream, you have that passion, but the way he's doing it, like it collides with reality in such a way that you see all his dreams get like shattered. And you can feel that way if you ever went to real life situation like that just shatters your dreams, you know. It's really funny. He's like thinking in the future, like counting the eggs before the chicken or something. He's like, no, I'm going there, then I'm gonna borrow some money, then I'm gonna win the championship and pay back and do this and do that. And it doesn't translate well in the real world. But he finds his way. He has the money for the shark debt, and he has like to humiliate himself in front of his rich friends just so the shark guy can give him a ride in his plane and they can go to the championship. And you know, the shark guy, he agrees to take Timothy Chalamet on one condition. Because he's this big sponsor for the game, he wants to see Timothy Chalamet lose to this guy so his brand can look good, this and that. And yeah, this is not the world championship. There's actually another small championship, and if he does this, he'll get the money so he can go to the world championship. So yeah, it's really heartbreaking to see that, because you see him at the start of the movie, he has like this huge ego, he has like this dream, he knows he can do it, but you can never really do anything like alone by yourself. We need other people, you know. Humbleness, it's a good thing. Of course, you have to have balanced what you want, and you need a little certainty if you want to get there, if you know you can get to the top, you know. But you also have to get lucky, and this is the thing. He gets some bad luck. So yeah, it's heartbreaking. He goes to Japan, he will get the money, so next week he can go to the championship and then transform his life. But when he gets there, it doesn't translate that well, because there's a lot of public figures, a lot of sharks there. One of the guys that he meet there is like the big organizers of the world championship, and he's like, hey, see you next week. And the guy, you're declassified, you're not even in, you didn't pay a fee or whatever. So yeah, what is the point of anything anymore? Like, he's gonna win the game, win $1,000 maybe, which nowadays translate maybe, I don't know, 50,000. That's great, but like for the best of the world, I don't know. So yeah, what's the point? He's gonna lose. Yeah, sure enough, he loses the game against Endo. Is the same Japanese guy again, and this is the Endo. The movie finishes. That's it. Hold it, because this is not really the end of the movie. It's absurd. Mauser stops all the match and he's saying this was a scam, it was a sham, it didn't really, it doesn't count this one, we have to do another one because I was acting. And somehow people believe him, and it's like a big fuck you to all his sponsors that pay for the trip to him. And yeah, it's his last pride, you know, because he's saying, yeah, now I'm really playing. And it's a big middle finger to all these corporate guys. It's really interesting. And sure enough, it's very interesting because they both have like the white t-shirts, and the ball is also white. And it's interesting. He wins, you know? Like, it's fair enough. It's the third game against the guy, and he wins this one. yeah, he's a sore loser. But he won in the end. It doesn't count for anything, doesn't count for the world championship. But he was pretty humble about it. He even thanked the guy. He was like, "Thank you so much. I hope you win the championship." So we can see a lot how much his character changes by the end of the movie. You know, he got a beating from life and how humbled himself, and it's really interesting. And yeah, he goes back home. He takes a ride with some other people, and he's able to get home. He goes back to his girl. I mean, in which what we are supposed to believe, like that he wants to settle down with her. He hugs his baby, and for one of the first times in the movie, he's showing like emotions, like a true human being. You know, he hugs this baby. It's really sweet, and it's his baby. And he cries, and the movie ends. It's really nice. So yeah, what a movie. He didn't won the championship, but he won some peace instead, and he learned some stuff. It's really interesting. For me, this movie deserves an 8.1 out of 10. It's a movie that I would watch in the cinemas. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one. If you like the video, you can subscribe. If you have any suggestions, opinions, please leave them here. Love you guys. See you in the next one. Woo!